Thank you. Okay, good. Continue. Hey, good. We're there. Don't blink esse blink ou competition. Because doing one of Oh, I forgot to do the intro here. I love this. I love starting and give me this. It's okay though. You know why? It's okay. I fixed it before. Meow. I fixed it before. This is 11:50. 11:53. Good. Okay, we got trash. We got trash. Okay, perfect. And I think, yeah, I think everything is, good when it comes to the storage. Oh no, when it comes to the batteries, yeah. Perfect. Okay, good. Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to the show. doing what's having a wonderful day on this gorgeous, and I do mean gorgeous, freaking. Today is the 6th of July. 6th of July, yes. 6th of July 2026. It is a gorgeous day outside. When I say gorgeous, you can actually see the cloud, which are really nice. So we're gonna be filming some nature corner. We'll be having some fun. I'm gonna be doing it small live. And again, it closed. This is bad, bro. This is bad. This is bad because it closed like automatically. So I constantly have to close and open it, which is why it's like struggling so much with the CPU, because you're constantly closing and opening it, you know? There you go, perfect. Okay, we're good. We are Gucci. Perfect. Okay, that's good. So let's start right away. Love you guys. Now we did forget to do something very important. Okay. Don't blink, kiss you blinking. Official. Doing walks and having a wonderful day on this 7th July 2026. It is a beautiful day outside. It's gorgeous. Today there's not really a sunset. We're still gonna film the 7th of sunset. I'm in a good mood. I'm gonna tell you what I did today. So it's fantastic, and that's pretty much it. So without further ado, let's get this day started. See, that's not that bad, right? And we forgot my drink. And we're back, baby. We're back. So yeah, what a freaking amazing day. This is gorgeous, and I do like the cloud here. So today, another busy day, another wonderful day. Without further ado, let's get this drink open. Nadrovia. Something fantastic happened. I put two of my favorite drinks in the fridge, which was White Monster and Peach Keen, and I had to choose which was Peach Keen. Delicious. So today, the 278th of Project Vendetta. You'll have to forgive me for the lack of content for Project Vendetta date 277. We did pretty good though. We did from 8 to 4, 3 to 4. I think it was like, I don't know what it was. I think it was like 3 a.m. Maybe 3. Yeah, maybe 3 a.m. Just gonna survive our merchant. Merchant, you're struggling, my dude. It's been a while. I missed you, merchant. I have missed you, my dear friend, my dear new friend. Seeing the 10 phone like that is insane. So I was gonna take a break, but I kept getting texts. I said people was out of here were getting drunk. I was getting ladies text. I freaked out because freaking Resistance Reborn died. The battery died. Which sucked because, again, I'm gonna repeat myself, but it was connected. So there's 2 wires that I have that are not super good. We did buy 2 wires. We bought one that we bought 4 wires, 4 new wires. So I'm gonna try to get the best of the best wire possible, because most of the time my phones are dying, and that's not okay. Like even currently, like even right now, I am missing 1 wire. So no matter what I do, I have 1 wire that I can't do. Wow, that makes sense. No matter what I do, this one phone I cannot do. So we bought 2 USB wire to replace the 2 broken. So when I say USB, it's USB A and USB C. So A is the big one, C is these, right? So when we use the, I forgot to check. Okay, I'm gonna try to check on. Forgot to check. That's such a mess. It's in the fridge. It's fantastic. So I ordered them. They're gonna come between 5 and 10. Right now it's 8 o'clock. I doubt they're not here. However, I ever have to use this phone or this one. They're both filming. I possibly have the phone here. I possibly have it here. I don't know. Because there's a chance that I was smart enough to put it on sign in. There's a chance that I was, yes, putting it on my, no, that's the other one. Okay, that's not a big deal. It isn't a big deal. Dude, it's so warm outside. I might change shirt. I don't know why I was wearing this one. I felt like wearing something a bit different than usual. Been wearing a lot of shirt today, and I'm like, dude. But no, it's a bad idea. So today, super cool day. Last night, Resistance Reborn died, and I'm already going to sleep. So I'm like, fuck it. Then I left 7 hours. Great news. I have lost a grand total of, drumroll please, 45. My mistake, I closed it yesterday. Closed the stream, which equated to the 7 hours. But yeah, so I'm gonna replace 2 damaged wire. I have the 2 new one. And there you go. I'll have 2 in need. My only issue is most of the output that most of the charge port that I have a older USB slot, and a lot of the new one is C2C. I don't know why. I have this mentality of the bigger the wire, the more power. I don't know if that's true or not. But hey, yeah. So I go to sleep, and I'm like, okay, well, I go to this is a true story. I go to jerk it. Sorry. The Wi-Fi is not working. So I go to touch the modem. It's too hot. Literally put icing on it, which is nice. The icing. It's a cube of cheese that comes from the fridge. I say microwave. Right? Perfect. Good. I'm a bit today. I'm a bit not necessarily present. I'm a bit in my mind, but I do feel bad about yesterday. Like I got really mad at mom. I really got mad at mom, and I was not okay. So I want to come back on it a little bit. Right? I got mad because she sent me a text saying exactly what to say. And to me, that was emasculating. That was a lack of trust, right? Now, I'm not saying that's my mom, but there's some people that no matter what you do, you won't be able to get the trust, right? What you do, they'll never be good enough. I'm just a baby. I'm just her baby. That's okay. You know? But there's such a baggage, there's such trauma from it. Like one of the worst example is I was in high school. My father and mom did not check if I did my homework. They didn't check if I was doing, schoolwork. So I was failing, of course. But then what happened in grade 11, I started really taking school seriously. Why? Because I started working out after school. So I was taking medication, but I was also going to work out. And I was obsessed with working out. So what I would do is I would work out. At the break, I would eat. And then at lunch, I would go to work out. So I would work out in the morning, before going to school, I would work out at dinner, and then after school. And then sometimes I would get call from friends that said, "Hey, we're going. You want to come?" Like at around like 8. So three times a day I would work out. Sometimes 4. So and I was really into it. But then again, and I'm saying this story which sounds completely out of the blue, but there's importance, and I want to explain because this I got really mad, but you have to explain why. Because otherwise it seemed irrational. And I understand that the way I acted was irrational. So maybe I'm trying to rationalize something that's not rationable, but I'm trying. And my mom has always been like super kind, but sort of enabling, so I would eat what I want. And my father was like, "Dude, I'm gonna give you a surprise. You're really overweight, so I'm gonna sign you up to the gym." My apologies. And then he was like, I'm gonna inscrit. In English is what? I'm gonna sign you up for a month. And if I said you're going, I'm gonna sign you up for the whole year. Right? As a gift. So I went the first month. It was really fun. Why did I go there? It was just feeling. I was just feeling great there. It was just super nice, and I was never popular in high school, which is not true. I knew everybody. I was popular, but I never had any friends. There's a difference between popular and having friends. I did not know anybody, and nobody knew me. I would say hi to everybody in school, but I would still spend my weekend and night alone. I'm not complaining. I'm not playing victim. Don't worry about it. It was mostly by choice. This is also weird because you see later in life, this is totally what I'm still doing. I love socializing when it's beneficial. And I'm gonna sound like an asshole. I'm gonna sound terrible. What I mean by beneficial is, for example, I'm at work. If I'm at work, you want to talk for 8 hours, there's no problem. I'll talk to you for 8 hours. But when I'm doing this, when I'm working, something I care about, or when I'm chilling, I'm relaxing, please, respect that. And so it was a chance to socialize with people. I spent 2 hours. I was popular there because, for the first time in my life, I was getting respect. Because I was, actually I lost a lot of weight, and I want to more serious. That's a crazy story too. I was always the last one picked in gym class. I was becoming one of the first picked up, right? So I was really gaining respect, and that was fantastic, and I really liked it. And back then, and I'm not saying this to be mean, I'm saying this almost jokingly, but it's not really a joke. Back then, Jersey Shore had just hit TV, and I was watching it. So did they have something to yeah, absolutely. These guys were getting laid, and I was 17 or 18. I don't remember. If you're 17 or 18, what's the goal? No. I didn't ask you. I didn't ask you what you want me to hear. I asked you what was the goal. The goal was to get laid, right? It's like, fuck yes, I'm gonna get laid, bro. So long story short, I used to go every single day at school, but there's a little bit of a bonus information in there that I put. What's the bonus information? And again, please, this is all truth. However, this is my retelling. This is how I view things. Maybe my parents saw it in a different way. I liked going there when it was convenient. So the truth is, I used to live in Upper Lachine. So the way Lachine works is it's a big mountain. It's like a big mountain. There's Upper Lachine, which is up the mountain. And when I talk about mountain, it's not mountain. It's not like, how can I put this? It's not mountain. It's not like a huge mountain. It's not like this. But there's a hill. It's like a hill. Yeah. It's like a hill. So the Upper Lachine is up the hill, and the Lower Lachine is down the hill. So my school was in Lower Lachine. It was on the 16th Avenue, right? and I was living in the 40th. I'm not gonna say the exact address because that's still my father's house. And the gym was on the 32nd. So from school to my house, I wasn't passing next to the gym, but I was passing next to the shopping center. It's not really a shopping center. It's a shopping center. There's a lot of stores that are connected to the building, and this just happened to be one of it. So I would go there every single day. And yeah, that was it. That was fun. However, what happened, like, was a sort of not necessarily problematic, but was kind of for my father. I would go there every single day of the week, and the weekend I wouldn't go. And he still found a way to complain that you're not going in the weekend. And if you ask him today, did your son go to the gym? He says, yeah, but he wouldn't go on the weekend. Bro, I went there 5 days out of 7. I don't know if you're good in calculation. I'm not really good. If I was to do a quick math, I would do 7 times 10, right? And I would do 7 times 4. 7 times 10 is 70, 7 times 4 is 28, right? Right. So I was going 14 times 5. Equates to how much? 14 times 5 is 70%. I was going 70% of the time, and it still wasn't enough. Go figures. And what I'm trying to say with this is there's constant things with that. And my childhood, and don't get me wrong, I had a good childhood. I don't have complaint. Never went hungry, which is kind of bullshit because there was meal that they knew. That's not my mom though. That's my dad. There was meal that he knew, or the girlfriend knew that he didn't like. Didn't care. Still cooked it. I would still eat it. And it was not mentioned, but didn't like it and didn't have to eat. So, yeah. And with my mom, there was an example, right? With my mom. So I was having problem in school. The whole thing about the gym is because the gym, I would spend a lot of energy. Like, a lot of energy. Like, you have to understand something, okay? And again, I'm not playing victim, I'm not complaining, right? But what you have to understand is that my medication was very strong. Those cases, I started young, so they always up the dosage, and I was taking a lot. I was taking, I think it's, give me a sec. Yeah, I'm gonna check it right now. I'm gonna check for Amazon.
Hello.
Salut, ça va?
Oui, toi?
Oui. Écoute, juste confirmer pour demain.
Oui.
Ok, good. J'ai une question pour toi. C'est correct si tu te rappelles pas, là, mais est-ce que tu te rappelles combien de milligrammes de concentrage je prenais? À la fin. Donne-moi un environ.
C'est parce que ça dépend de ton poids.
Ok.
Ça dépend de ta grandeur,
Hein?
ton poids. Surtout ton poids.
Ok.
Ton âge.
Ok. C'est pas ça que je t'ai demandé, mais merci.
C'était une grosse question de poids.
Ok, mais.
C'est sûr que quand tu allais à l'école, t'avais pas de poids.
C'est pas ça que je t'ai demandé, parce que je t'ai demandé c'est combien je prenais. De moi en environ. Je sais que c'était 2 rouges puis une blanche.
Non, mais il y en avait juste ça.
Pour Concerta?
Après ça, c'était du ritalin.
Oui, ça c'était orange.
Ça, tu peux en prendre plus que...
Ok. Ok. Mais t'es pas un environ, c'est pas 100, c'est pas 200. C'est ça, Nathan a raison. Nathan a raison. Allons, Nat. Nathan a dit qu'elle prenait le matin puis prenait le soir, fait que c'est pas. C'est comme une moitié de dose. Non, matin midi.
Non, le Concerta, c'était juste...
J'ai pas dit Concerta, pas j'ai dit Ritalin.
Oui, ça oui.
Comme elle a dit, c'était comme le matin et le midi, fait que c'est comme 2 moitiés de dose. Mais c'est. Ouais. Et t'as pas une idée de combien? Ok, mais c'est pas grave. Reste quand même. Fais passer une bonne soirée les deux, puis j'attends des nouvelles pour les côtelettes de. Pour les côtelettes, ben les côtelettes là. Pas les côtelettes, c'est quoi ça? C'est des.
Non, c'est des...
Ah non, en français.
C'est des côtelettes.
Et voilà, et voilà. Tu me diras si c'est bon. Mais tu vois, Nat, là, elle avait déjà acheté des côtes levées Saint-Hubert, là. Mais ça, j'en achetais pour moi aussi, puis c'était cher à maudit comparativement à 5$. 5$, c'est pas pire, là. Mais même la semaine passée, là, la pizza que tu m'as montré, là.
Oui.
Ça aussi, c'est pas pire, là.
Ouais, mais il y en a encore, c'est...
En spécial?
Ben, c'est dans le...
Ouais, ça, ouais, les tombeaux.
Pour le lait.
Non, c'est dans l'allée des. Non, Nata parle des frigos spéciaux, papa. C'est les tombeaux, c'est en face en face de l'allée.
Ouais, mais le pizza, par contre, c'est ce que je savais plus. Que ça.
Ouais, je sais que c'est mercredi dernier.
C'est en face du trésor pour ma fille.
Ok, cool. Tiens, demain, c'est passé une belle soirée les deux, puis merci beaucoup.
Ok, c'est bon.
Je checkerai tes textes, ok?
Ouais.
Je checkerai tes textes.
Ok, c'est bon.
Bye.
Bye.
See, love my dad. I asked him, you remember? Love my dad. Love my dad. He's a good dude. I asked him, do you remember by any chance how much medication I was taking in high school? His answer is like, oh, Frenchie, you don't have storage. Oh shit, Frenchie doesn't have storage. Frenchie, baby, you don't have enough storage. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm checking on Amazon to see if I got the goods. Frenchie, baby, she makes me seem so alive. I got purpose once again. I got purpose once again. There's a boat and there's my end. Yeah, you see? No more storage. Ashley, baby, you make me feel so alive. I got purpose once again. How come I'm not worried? Because I got a trick up my sleeve. What is that trick? I still have Oolala. And Oolala is gonna give me français. Il te reste pas beaucoup de storage en adulté. Oulala. Ça par exemple c'est problématique. Ça c'est pas bon. Ashley baby. You make me feel so alive. I got purpose once again. Again. I got purpose once again. Now I need to check for Frenchie just to make sure that I don't upload the same video twice. Oh. Apologies. Ashley, baby, you make me feel so alive. I got purpose once again. What the hell? You're saying that you're uploading? Ooh. Okay. You're saying that you're already uploading. That is marvelous. Why? Does that mean it did start already? If I save an hour, I save an hour. I save 2 hours. I save 2 hours. Will I save 2 hours? Possibly not. Will I save 30 minutes if I'm lucky? So good news, great news. We had the 10 hours video uploaded. Bad news. We had we deleted. Ooh, oh no, ooh, they did the wrong videos. And I'm gonna keep something that's gonna take 6 gigs for 2 weeks. I feel freaking lovely. Ashley, baby, you make me feel so alive. Why is that song so good? Because it's Escape the Fate, like when Ronnie Radke was still in it. Like I was saying, I called my father. I'm like, yo, Dad, what's up? He said, don't talk to me like that. Sorry, Dad. And I said, do you remember how much? Wait a second. Wait a second. I call my dad. And I'm like, Dad, you remember how much medication I was taking in high school? Because I wanted to give you guys the exact numbers, and I don't remember. He said, hey, boy, I don't know. He said, wait. He said, but with your weight, wait. He said, but with your weight, it's going to be a high number. I'm like, that's not what I ask. He said, well, I don't remember, but like I was saying with your weight. And I'm like, dude, that's not what I asked. I think he thinks that I want to take some more. So, so with the medication I was taking, so it's funny to me because I'm like, dude, this is not what I asked. And then I kind of have to channel in, like, relax. Even though I'm talking to, like, I'm not trying to be a dick. I love my dad. I love my mom. It's like talking to a brick wall because I'm talking to you and you don't understand. So I have to retry and I have to be patient. But there's time where I don't want to be patient. There's time where we're having a conversation, bro. Please follow. And yes, I'm the guy that says that, even though I follow on the conversation. So it's very frustrating, but it's okay. Why? It's not on purpose. And then the girlfriend in the back, the girlfriend in the back, like, she's part of the conversation. She involves herself in the conversation, but she's sweet. Like, and we had a lot of problem growing up. I didn't like her. She didn't like me because I didn't like her, of course. Like, maturing is realizing that my step-parents' relationship is broken because I didn't let them in. I didn't allow them to be step-parents. So they grow up to resent me, both of them, because I didn't allow them in. And I played the victim because I was like, dude, you're not with me. No, I was not supposed to you first. Yeah. So, with that, and she's like, oh, well, he was taking Ritalin, and he was taking once in the morning and dinner. Oh, no storage. No. Ashley, baby, you make me feel so alive. I got purpose once again. Again. I got purpose once again. I think you're the one. Yo creo que tú eres. No. No. Shield. Are you there? Are you there? Shield. Are you there? Are you there? Shielder, shielder. Shielder, shielder. Shielder, shield, shielder, shielder. I don't know you are, I don't know where you are, but you're here, but you're here. Shield doesn't have enough storage to film, but I didn't upload, and Shield doesn't have enough storage to film all I need. I found it, I found her, found something interesting, found it, I'm fine. She healed, did you find? Did you find? Da 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 da. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Ba ba da ba da do do. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Bam 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 bam. Ba-da-dum bam. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Dum 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 dum. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Oh. Do. And we are back, my friends. We are back, my friends. We are back. So I didn't have enough storage. I'm sorry about that. That's gonna be a problem today. I'm gonna tell you why. Super simple. And you got too hot. It's okay. It's okay, Ming. It's okay. So the reason I talk about my medication and working out is just because this year the wire came in. Oh, my dumbass. I'm a dumbass. The wire just came in, but I'm doing call forwarding. So now, they possibly called me, and it went to a voicemail that is not mine. Look, right now it's 8:36, and I'm gonna show you. Look, try to do it at 8:35 today. Shit. Fuck. I don't have good wires today. Oh, lads. I'm gonna do something crazy. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna charge the battery pack. Fuck, I'm full storage. Shit. Full storage. Two. Good. Good. Ugh, dude. Like, today was like the perfect opportunity to have like a good day, and I fucked it up because I don't have Wi-Fi. I didn't have Wi-Fi the whole day, so I was supposed to upload every single video today, but I can't because the Wi-Fi wasn't there. So yeah. So now I had a day to charge everything, right? But they didn't upload. So I could have used the 10 hours plus the 6 that I spent editing, uploading, which would have given me 16 hours to upload this shit done. But I didn't. It's not a big deal. But all of the problem that I have today shouldn't happen. It shouldn't happen. Again, I mean it. It's not a big deal. It just kind of sucks. It just kind of sucks. Because this is all avoidable, right? I saw something on Google. I was like, why is my modem keep on not working? She's saying, well, it's too hot. So I put a ice pack. I put everything on it, right? And it wasn't working. It didn't work for like 11 hours. So then I just restarted it and it worked. At the same time, I'm fucked. So now this is full of storage, this is full of storage, this is full of storage, so many of them are full of storage, and I feel dumb because I don't, okay, I'm so sorry about this. This is very frustrating, because I do a lot, but I'm gonna, like for example today, wasn't planned, but I allow myself a day off, right? And I was supposed to do a lot, and I didn't do it. Because I didn't do it, I'm like, fuck, you know, could have done better. It's okay though, right? So, what I talk about, yeah, the medication and the workout. So with Concerta, it was there was two side effects. I don't know if Concerta or just Ritalin, but because psychologically speaking, placebo effect, I knew Ritalin did it, and my brain, Concerta did it. It was insomnia, or not insomnia, but problem falling asleep, and I had problem with eating. So what I started doing is, with working out, my body was tired. I would come back and I was exhausted. And I would sleep like that. And I would sleep good sleep, because you can sleep like for 8 hours, it's not good sleep. And I would eat a lot. Okay, so I would eat rice, but I would still eat a lot. I went from not eating dinner, never eating dinner, to eating dinner. And it was phenomenal. I was so cool, you know? So that really helped with the focus. So in high school, when I say in grade 11, I was better. What I mean is I was healthier. My brain was healthier. So my mom was afraid that she's like, okay, well, you have to push. So she started hiring a tutor, right? And then I love my mom, but look what she did. She gave me a game, and I remember the game. It was Transform on PS2. It was a great game. And she said, okay, well, I'm going to give you this, but you have to promise me that you're going to do 6 months of tutor. I was like, okay, mom, no problem. So what I did was, I did 6 months of tutor. And then, at first, it was only one. It was only for French. I was struggling. I wasn't struggling with talking, trust me. I was struggling with writing. Because I didn't know, so we have ER, which is A, and we have E with it, like a little, which is A. The same thing. For one is a verb, for one is not a verb. I didn't know how to use it, right? I also didn't know how to put comma because when I talk, I don't put comma. Right? So yeah, and I had a lot of problem with that. And so I had a tutor for that. Then I started having a tutor for math. Now, I'm going to be honest, tutor for math was amazing because everybody was struggling with algebra. I wasn't, because he found a way to explain it to me, which was perfect. And even if you just helped me with algebra, that was something already, right? I was always good in math though. I had a tutor in science. So I had four tutor the weekend. So Saturday 2, Friday 1, and Sunday 1. And for that, I was taking medication. My mom, and again, love my mom, didn't care that I was uncomfortable with me taking medication and how much I was taking. She I don't know how she got medication when she wasn't supposed to get medication, right? And yeah, and it's to me it sucks because, how can I put this? To me it sucks because the intention was pure. The intention was legit. She wanted me to pass. I suppose that, and that's a good intention. That is great. That is amazing. But at the same time, she kind of forced you. And dude, 4 tutor per weekend, that was too much. And then what bugs me is still to this day, my father will say things like, "Hey, you should be thankful for your mom. It's thanks to her you had your diploma. If she didn't help you out with a tutor, you wouldn't be able to." I'm like, you don't know. You don't know. Because you never gave me the chance to be myself. You never gave me the chance to allow me to fail. When I look at myself, I say that I have good parents. And they're there, but I can't even fail. They don't allow me to fail. They're there to pick up the pieces before I even had the chance to pick up the pieces. You know? So it's bad. It is really bad. It sucks. It really does. And it's... I wouldn't mind if it was once in a while, but it's constant, and this I do mind. I'm like, dude, that's not okay. Other example. I'm trying to find you another example. There's so many, but they're all small things. That's more my dad. My mom, she doesn't know. My dad used to come because I was working a lot, and there was a lot of package being stolen. Right? There was a lot of package being stolen. And yes, okay, good. Cass, Big C. I thought about the girl yesterday, and I started texting some of them yesterday. When I told you that we didn't get a lot of texts from ladies yesterday, let's just say that I texted me first. Right? But yesterday I was a bit worked up. So yeah, so I gotta put this. Yeah, my father would come to the apartment. He would say things like, the apartment's a mess. And I'm like, okay, well, when you know somebody's gonna come, you clean up, right? You come up unannounced. It's like, well, the apartment should be clean instead, in case I show up. I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? There was this instance where I put, oh yeah, my father's good for that. He told me like 3 weeks ago, it's like sometimes I came back from work, and you were asking for attention. Didn't even give me time to breathe. I'm like, Dad, I haven't lived in your house in 13 years. What are you talking about? Right? He would say things like, oh, I used to come to your house and you had fridge, you had phone in the fridge, but you never asked yourself why the phone was in the fridge. I was recording audio, which I admit is weird. I admit is unconventional. But when you listen to 80 hours worth of content per week, because you have an application that allows you to listen to 2 times the speed your audio, well, there's not a lot of 80 hours videos on the net, right? Just saying. So, what you do is you put them all together, you record them at 2 times the speed, you record them at a lower quality, and instead of being 2 to 3 gigs for like an hour, it was 100 megabytes per hour. Yeah, it was amazing. So I had a 128 gigs of storage, but I literally had, like, for example, the Adrian Ring book, and I talked about this, and the writer of the books wrote the comments on my video. True story. I was playing Berlin Tree, so I remember I was in the jail. If you know, you know. The Adrian Rings book were 51 hour. Okay, they were 3 gigs per books. Okay, and it's gonna be hard to believe. I understand that. There were 3 books. Each book is anywhere from 1 to 5 gigs. So we'll do 3 as a sort of in between. So you had 3 times 8. That gives you 24 gig. Well, on my phone, I have a file which is called the Adrian Ring series, which is 700 and something megabytes, but it's lower. It's like 713, 15, I don't remember. And I got 51 hour. This file don't exist. You have to create it yourself. And also, safe to say, I was using my old phone that I'm not using anymore. Well, that was years ago, but still. I wasn't using, and it was in the fridge. I'm like, and my father's like, well, who puts their phone in the fridge? Hello? If I'm at work and you can call me, that means that I have a phone with me, right? So if my phone is in the fridge, how can you call me? Maybe I have a second phone, which I use, which means that this one, I am not using it, you understand? So it's logical thing. And you can see this is weird. It is weird. It is weird. Did the end justify the means? What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna listen to radio for 51 hours. I'm gonna listen to radio for 40 hours per week. I'm gonna listen to podcasts, which are good, by the way. Podcasts are good. Podcasts are really good. Would you listen to podcasts? Well, I'm gonna show you. Okay, I'm gonna show you something great. No storage. There's no storage, and that fucking sucks. There's no storage, and I'm out of luck. There's no storage, and this fucking sucks. And beyond blue eyes, but my dreams, they are demanding, 'cause my flower to bring I have hours and out the morning. I'm so demanding, I'm failing to see. Pum, 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 dee 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 dee. I don't have the storage. You suck, bro. You suck. You suck. You don't have the storage, and that's out of shot. You don't have a chance, but you're out of luck. And that's sucky. But I am out of touch. You don't have the storage, but I'm out of suck. Hours demanding. Good. Yeah. 1855, 1856, 1856, 1856. Oh, good. Look, I don't have the storage, guys. Choo-doo. Okay. The 1943, I think I have it. The 1943, I think I have it. The 1943, I have it. 1943. 1943. 1944. Yes, I have it. 1943. That should be 1919. Okay, so that's a bit more. 1943. 1944. Good. Okay, good. I'm so sorry, guys. Look, this is the reason why today was the worst. I am so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. This is the reason why today was the worst. See? Phone is too hot. But I'm calm, so that's okay. Like, of course, shit happens and I can't control, you know, but listen to them. It's okay. It happens. And I'm good. I'm good. Are you for real? Pinky, promise me right now. Good. Perfect. That was one of the girls I texted. I mentioned a girl yesterday. I started texting her again. Oh, wait a second. Wellness check. What a cup. Are you garlic? Buttercup. Are you? I'm gonna text Carly also. Are you? Walnut shake buttercup. I got it, buttercup. Parmesan. Buttercup. Soy. Milk. Buttercup. What is you? There we go. You're gonna laugh. I hope. So yeah, so there's so many instances where all my childhood it was like that. It was constantly doubting, constantly like grudge, constantly like I have to make sure that you're good. I have to make sure that something happens. Like for example, with my mom, she asked me how Carly was. That's why I texted Carly actually. She's like, "How is Carly?" And I was like, "I don't know, Mom. I haven't talked to her in a while." And her answer was something along the lines of, she wouldn't want a bum like you. I'm like, "You're my mom, dude. What are you saying? You know, you're supposed to be on my side." And I'm saying, am I saying that there's a side? No. Am I saying it would have been nice if you took mine? Yes. You know, but that is this the hardship, the sentiment of hardship. This is the daily struggle, you know. And yesterday, I was pissed off, but it was just because it was so much at the same time. It was so much like not at the same time, but so much like, you know, the fact that at 2 3 years old, it's not the thing that bothered me. It's not her telling me what to say that bothered me. It's the fact that you think that I'm not able to. It's the fact that you think that I'm not mature or whatever it is. And my mom is very enabling and she helps a lot. Don't get me wrong. And sometimes I'm telling her, "Hey, like, I don't need help." For example, she'll buy me clothes and I'll tell her, "Hey, please don't buy me clothes when I don't have space." She's like, "Yeah, but if you have clothes that you're not wearing, put them in the garbage." I'm like, "Yeah, but those clothes I chose. I'm not saying that you don't have good taste, but yeah, those clothes I chose. I chose it for a reason, you know. And the goal is not to buy clothes to throw away old one that you didn't wear, you know. So it's complex. And the weight is also something. The weight is also something. My father makes fun of me for my weight, right? Wants to see me want me to see a doctor. It's rough. Can I lose the weight? Yeah. My issue is, once again, like, and I understand where they're coming from, right? Yes, I'm fat, but if you're, I'm gonna say if you're smart, they're smart. Be nice, bro. They're smart. But if you think about it, why is the reason he's gaining weight, right? And you actually watch content, so you know that I've tried a couple times to do weight loss, didn't succeed. Well, sometimes, most of the time, no, I don't know, maybe not. Often, when people fail something, they end up trying again. So maybe, just maybe, I'm gaining weight. And I couldn't say, like, I'm getting weight to be able to lose more, so it looks better on camera and it looks like a bigger achievement than what it is. Because that doesn't make sense. And to be honest, with weight, I'm not trying to put down anybody that lost weight. But I mean, if you're able to lose 50 pounds, you're pretty much able to do everything. You're pretty much able to lose 60 pounds, 70 pounds. There's a point where, like, okay, well, this is, you know, I don't think somebody that's 6 foot can lose 200 pounds, right? Because bone is something. Bone mass is something. Bones are something. Whoa. Bone mass or something, you know? But yeah. It's, so there's no stoppage, right? Especially at my height. My bones are not that heavy. So it's just, and I understand that there's multiple times in the past where I kind of showed them that I couldn't be trusted, or they had to be wary of trusting me because, you know, I wasn't the nicest kid, or I wasn't the most subservient kid there is. And I understand that it's hard to trust somebody that lied to you. I understand that. And yes, I liked my parents, of course. Of course. But I understand that it's hard to trust me, but there's a time where you have to realize that, dude, that person that I used to be with, I lied a lot. I was 22. How old am I today? 33. So, technically speaking, it's 11 years ago. Am I saying that all should be forgiven? No. Am I saying that I possibly changed in 11 years? Maybe. Most likely. So, it to me, it's bothersome because... And also, there's... I gotta... Sometimes it feels that they're not trying to get to know me, you know? So when I was a kid, I was a lot of problem with my parents because my father was a guy that loved work. He was a guy that loved work so much, and he would try to talk about work to me. But I was 6-7 years old. 6-7. I was a kid. So you talk to work about me, I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, bro. I watched Pokemon, that was pretty good. I watched Pokemon this morning, that was pretty good. What are we eating today? Oh, that's nice, okay. Don't tell me about, well, you know, the union is coming down on the union is coming down hard on the buses. The what and who? You know? He used to tell me when I was a kid. He used to tell me as a kid. He... Wait, this is hilarious. My father used to tell me as a kid, inflation sure is a bitch. Inflation sure is a bitch. Thank God I got money put away in a tax-free account. I'm for, bro. Sure. I guess. Sure. He used to tell me things like, I hope... Wait. He used to tell me things like, I hope this year the government is generous with the rate of increase for rent. Sure. He used to tell me as a kid the importance of having a CELI, which is a compte libre d'épargne. CELI. Compte libre CELI. Compte épargne libre d'impôt. Yes, that it is. So what was it? Tax-free saving account. Tax-free saving account. TFSA. Yeah. Tax-free saving account. Yeah. You tell me about the importance of that. I'm 5, bro. I'm getting $2 allowance per week. Sure. And then the funniest thing is, as a kid, and it was the 90s, it was different. But we had, and I'm not gonna say the name of the bank, because I'm gonna get sued. But we had a bank. This is a true. I swear to God, that's a true story. I swear to God, on everything that's holy, it's a true story. We used to have. There was a specific bank. I'm not gonna say the name because this is slandering. They used to come. They came to our school. They would come at every single time, every single first year. And what they would do is they would talk about like the importance of having a bank account, the importance of saving money, right? And they gave me, I remember like it was yesterday. I remember they gave me like this little like it was super cool. It was like not necessarily not necessarily a cardboard, but how can I put this? You know, you have the poster that you roll up. They're a bit thicker paper. You know the material I'm talking about? This was the material that we used. And I remember making a box. There was a hole on top and you could put money in. Right? And that bank came to school. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember. I was possibly in grade 1 or grade 2. And they were telling us the importance. And my father was so happy. Because like, dude, I'm so glad that's a good thing. And then years later, they got... So we got a show in Quebec, which is called Enquête, which is basically Enquête is what, like not inspector, but sort of like a cold case or something like that, right? And what they're doing is you're going after a big fish, and that bank was shown to be one of the worst because their tax was increased. Their interest index was awful. So yeah, so there was a lot of things that specific bank did that was not moral, was not kosher. So they were going to the school because they knew that by going to school you would have the kids open up an account with them, and it was disgusting. Like for example, a normal bank would give you like, back then it was like 0.010% of interest. I don't know exactly. They would give you 0.010%. Give you even less. They would give you. They were the worst. You know. So, but that they went to school was kind of cool. I gotta say. So why am I talking about this? Because again, and my mom, she doesn't really talk. She'll ask a lot of questions. She'll talk about shows. She's more in the moment. She's more happy to talk about anything than everything. My mom is very on the surface. She'll talk to you about like the weather. She'll talk to you about, like, for example, she was watching the Canadian because they were winning, and she was talking to me about it. It was adorable because she doesn't know a lot about hockey. I don't know a lot about either, but she was showing interest because they were doing good. I was like, you know what? I usually hate people that pretend to like something because it's popular. So, for example, right now it's the Soccer World Cup, right? And Canada's doing pretty good, and people are talking about it. I don't dislike soccer. I think I'm more interested in the players and the behind the scene than the actual sport, right? But I'm not gonna start talking about how great I think Messi is or how great I think let's say Leonardo. I don't know why. I'm not gonna start talking about how great I think. Guess what? Look at this. This is my This is what I think. Do you think is gonna interest me? Fire Emblem. Super good game though. So yeah, and to me it was tough because, you know, people would at school were talking about sport all the time, and I was like, I don't care. I'm more into the sports, the behind the scene. For example, I'm watching a lot of TUF, which is the next Ultimate Fighter, and they're going in and their dramas in the house. I'm more interested in that than the actual fights, you know. So that to me that's interesting. So yeah, so my mom was talking about it, and my mom just like to talk about surface. But as a kid with both parents, I wasn't allowed. Well, not that I was allowed to be myself, but I didn't get along because they were talking about something that I didn't really care about. I was talking about something that they didn't really care about, you know? I remember, this is a true story too. I will always remember this. This is I don't know how I feel about that moment. I think it's a great moment, but it's a great example. So I was playing Ocarina of Time. If you guys know, you know, right? And I was playing on Nintendo 64. Problem with the cartridge was it was in English. I did not speak English. So I was stuck in the very first part of the game. Then I explore. I found a small tunnel that led me to a labyrinth. The labyrinth led me to a sword. The sword led me to get out of to the first boss. And I remember going to my father and telling him like, hey, Dad, oh my God, Dad, it'll never be what happened. I had to find this sword, and I crawled down a hole. I didn't know where it was going to lead me, but I explored and I found it. My father was like, "This is great. Do you want me to teach you how to shave?" There was a disconnect, you know. So there was never a. So what I'm trying to say is there's lack of understanding with both parents. You know, just call my father right now and ask him how much medication I was taking when I was in high school, and his answer was, "Well, with your weight right now, you know." So there's a disconnect. It's not that big of a deal. It's not the worst thing that could have happened. It's not the worst thing that ever did happen. But it's just that there's a clear lack of communication, and my thing is only on their part. No, it's on my part. But the solution, sadly, is what? The solution, sadly, is to raise my voice, to be sort of an asshole, and be like, okay, well, listen to me. Like, for example, I was talking to my father yesterday. I'm using my dad a lot as an example because my father I'm more able to give him shit. I know this sounds awful, but my father, I'm able to say, hey, wake up. My mom, she's gonna give me shit. Or she'll be hurt. Which I don't want her to be hurt, right? I don't want her to be hurt. That's not the goal. That never was the goal. But my father, for example, I called him yesterday, and I started talking to him, and he cut me off and started going on. I think he has ADHD too. He started going on another subject, and I had to cut him off. I said, Dad, I'm talking. I said, oh, Mom, I cannot say that. So I'm a bit more able to give shit to my dad. So there's a disconnect with both parents, but my father is a bit easier to, come on, wake up. I feel awful to do that, but sometimes I have to. You know, I don't. What I would have to do is I would have to be an asshole and, you know, be more authoritative. But that's my parents. I'm not supposed to be authoritative with my parents. I'm supposed to be the kid. And I'm not saying the kid as take care of me. I'm supposed to be the kid as, you know, my parents. You're my role model. You know. And yesterday, yeah, it really bugged me because, like I said, there's a lack of understanding. There's a lack of thinking who I am. Like, for example, right, with my parents, the only person, this is Bible, on my Bible swear, the only person that knows about Project Vendetta is me, right, Carly. There's Potato. There's Potato. But Potato is special. So Potato is a guy that I used to listen, well, a guy or a girl, I don't know. It's a person that listened a lot to my content, and because on TikTok they were able to they see what you watch, your algorithm, and they connected him or her to the Project Vendetta. It's like, hey, you watch that guy a lot, but here's a guy. You know. So for example, next example possible, I used to watch a lot of Meat Canyon. Great content creator. Fucking love that guy. I think it's funny. I started watching him for Meat Canyon. Then I started watching Papa Meat, and then what is it called? He has a Magic the Gathering channel. Tell me, do I matter anymore? I spent my whole life shaking on the floor to live myself to death in my own head. Due to the role I know that I'm never gonna be alone. To this song, you're any longer. Meat Canyon. Look, Meat Canyon, Papa Meat, that's the same person. The same person. There's Meat Magic. Try to find him. Meat Canyon, Magic, The Gathering. Meaty Magic. Love that. I love that. And yes, 3 channel is definitely more work than 1. But the people that are there for Magic the Gathering are there for Magic the Gathering. And the guy, and I love the guy, but I think he cheats a little bit. Because, like, a lot of people that are going to be watching, it's that's the goal. That is the ultimate goal. A lot of people that like him, they won't automatically like Magic the Gathering, but they'll watch the video because they like him. You understand? So it's like this person that everything they touch is gold. They'll use celebrities. For example, Prime with KSI and Logan Paul. They didn't create. They don't. They're glorified brand ambassador. Right? They possibly have stakes in the business for sure, but they didn't create. They're not at the helm. It's not theirs. Right? So use your name, and me, Canyon, that's fantastic because The animation was pretty good, and of course I started watching him, and the first that I watched from him was I reacted to it too. Oh, that was awful. That was awful. It was. I'm not sure. I know there's two. It was either frozen products or cereal, and it was fantastic. It was such a good video, and he did some magic here because he would make a normal video, and he would have animation in his video. So I thought it was fantastic. And with Mini Magic, I'm like, dude, imagine doing that. That's something that I really like. But at the same time, like, there's a lot to be said about what he did, which is truly inspiring. So you build a brand, and after that, you use your brand to do something that you like, knowing that you're gonna get more eyes on, and there's possibly more views on his animation than anything else, but that doesn't matter. That's what he wants, and that's the most important part. That's the craziest thing, you know. Like I was saying with the content, what was I talking about? I don't remember. But apart from Carter, there's somebody that knows. Potato knows, but Potato, like I was saying, Potato, I think they're good. They're cool. I never had a problem. The couple of times we talked, super kind, super kind. But it's how can I put this? I don't think they understood what I was doing with Project Vendetta. I don't think they were like, okay, well, this is a cool product. I think they probably thought that, okay, well, this is a second channel for something else. Right? So nobody knows. And with my parents, what kind of, just a perfect example or perfect way to show it is that, like, when I told them both, I lied. Big deal. I lied. I'm a liar. I told them both, and this is kind of sad because it's both for the same reason. I told them both that I'm not making content anymore because I thought the two of them were too involved, and I'm like, back off. This is mine. Okay, back off. This is my future. If you're not gonna respect that, and if you're not gonna enjoy what I'm doing, I'm not gonna force you to enjoy. But if you're not, you don't have to like the video, but you have to admit that. Well, I thought my son was doing nothing. I thought my son was jerking off all day. Jerk off champion, jerk off athletes. Turns out that it's been working. And yes, the content is not for everybody, and the content is messy and fucked up, and it's no storage. Fuck me, dude. Ugh. Hey, so twits. Sister. Hey, radio. Stereo. Radio. Hey, soul sister. I don't wanna miss a single thing you do. Oh shit. And we're back. This time we're finishing the the video, I promise. I promise you. Why? Shit, it's closed. Fuck. Because it took more than a couple minutes. It took a nice little 20 minutes. Just for it to wait to upload, to upload. Record. Thank you. Let's do defense. Let's do defense. Good. Merchant, baby. Merchant. So yes, so like I was saying, yes, my parents, like, nobody knows that I'm doing Project Vendetta. And I'm getting the occasional message like, hey, where are you, dude? I miss you, from friends, you know? And I'm really grateful for that, but, like, there's never really, which is not true. I think Dofi did it. He's the only guy. Somebody really asked me, are you still making content? Are you still active? Are you coming back? You know, nobody does that. Which is fine, you know, it happens. I'm not hurt by that. I mean, I would have loved that, but hey, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. And that's okay, you know? Yait. Oh, you don't say. Funny. I know Vendetta. What are the odds? See, very flirtatious. She's cute too. She's cute. She's cute too. Oh. Yeah, Spacey. Super nice girl. Used to flirt a lot. Had a little fling. Why did I stop? She's a mom. And it was mostly physical. Very, very both into kinks. Very, very into not extreme stuff, but you know, stuff that is out of the ordinary. And then I knew that she was a mom, and then like sort of flirtatious, but then she would say things like, after her because my kids are in the other room, they don't know I'm here. And I just felt not comfortable with that because I was like, I feel like I'm taking away from emotion, a family shared emotion, for selfish need, and I didn't feel comfortable with that. And yeah, and it was also back then I was working during the day. I was like at college right nights, so I would only text her when I was needy for, you know, for. And I gotta say, super cool. She was okay with that. She was like, hey, I don't mind. I told her I'm sorry for that. She said, no, I don't mind, and I totally understand it. You're busy. I'm not there to tell you, like, not be busy. And it was super understanding, but she wasn't the only one. There was multiple girl, and she was the only one that didn't complain about me being too busy or me only texting when, you know? And I was like, if everybody else is complaining but not you, it's not fair for you, you know? So, for example, with my mom yesterday, I was like, hey, I don't want to talk about finding a job with you anymore. I'm going to talk with my dad about it, too, because I'm like, dude, I don't talk about it anymore, and I'm not going to talk about you anymore. I was complaining about my mom sending me, like, message, just about finding a job, and hey, this place is hiring, My father did the same thing. My father did the same thing a year before. and it was constant. It's like, hey, this place is airing. I would wake up to a text sent like at 6 a.m. or 6:30 a.m. This place is airing. I appreciate the help, but how many people have their parents involved in the job hunt? I don't know. I actually don't know. So to come back to what I was saying, like with the content, like both of them, when, and my father didn't do anything, right? My father didn't do anything. However, they're both my parents. If I treat one way, I have to treat my father the same way. If I treat my father one way, I have to treat my mom the same way, which is fair, you know. And if you truly knew me, you knew I wouldn't stop. You knew I wouldn't stop because, hey, you know I don't give up, right? I don't give up. You know how much this meant to me. You know how much I love this. You knew, and you chose. You chose not to believe in the fact that, oh, you truly give up. And then I get in trouble for lying, but they're stupid lies. I'm telling you, hey, I've been doing something every day for the next year. You know how much I upload per day. You know how involved I am. You know how obsessed I am. And I tell you that I'm obsessed on Monday, and on Wednesday I'm like, hey, I give up. And like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, okay. And both of them, they were sort of happy I would give up. They're sort of like, hey, my mom said I miss when you were making videos once, which I'm grateful for, but you know, you both don't know me, and you're not gonna know me because I'm not gonna force you guys to know me. If you want to know me, that's cool. If you don't, it's okay. Also, it's okay. And yeah, like I said, I feel like I'm making so much effort. Like, for example, the job hunt. I don't show you on camera. That's the only thing that I don't show. Why? Because when I started, I did. Did it for 1 week. Did it for 2 weeks. And I know it's childish. I know it's stupid. But you have to understand that in those 2 weeks, I did not get a single call back. You guys know that I don't put myself out there. I don't get rejected because I don't test things. I don't get rejected by girls because I don't test with girls, you know? I don't get no because I don't ask. I don't get yes, I don't get no, I don't get a maybe. I'm good. So you go from having no zeros to having zeros. To having, you go from having 0 no's to having no's. My apologies. You go from never being rejected to being rejected constantly. You go from not meeting dishonest people, because you don't meet anybody, so you don't meet dishonest people. You don't meet honest people also, but you don't meet dishonest. You go from that to people shaking your hand and saying, thank you for the good interview. I'll call you back this week. Surprise, no calls. And that you get your hopes up. And that you get your heart broken. Then you tell your parents. And their answer is, you shouldn't get your hopes up. You want to know something? I did not want to talk about that, but I When I started Project Vendetta, I was like, fuck. I should have created the channel before, because now I can only upload 10 videos. Right? So from October to, I want to say November, I was struggling with that. But it's good. Yeah, I still go out at night. You know. I still go out at night. And then the winter came. And I was stuck inside. Became depressed. Became obsessed. Started drinking. Don't you find it weird that this winter I was so into like hard tea? What was it? Twisted teas. Twisted teas. Don't you find it weird that I start drinking more during the winter? Don't you find it weird? Don't you find it weird I was kind of getting tipsy every single day? Don't you find it weird? I had a whole situation with Livy, right? A whole situation. Texting at night. I went too far, right? But my self-love, my confidence was zero. I felt such a loser. Why? Because during the winter, and I understand during the winter is not a good place, but I need to get out of the house. I need to get out of the house, and I need the reason to get out of the house. During the winter, how much was I truly making? Do you guys know? You guys know? Do you guys really know how much I was making? Not a lot, huh? Do you know how much the welfare check is per month? $880. This kiddo. The welfare check is $880. How much is my rent? $670. How much was my phone? $80. How much was Netflix? $21. How much was Itro? $20. The only way that I felt good was drinking. I was depressed. I wanted to find a job to stop drinking, to find something else to do. And if it didn't, I would have money to drink more till whatever I was going through past. Which is not the answer, but I'm saying the truth. So, yeah. So then I got caught with the Levy thing. And I came clean. Talked about it. Admitted what I did was wrong. Admitted that I felt like a fucking loser. I was lonely. Stuck in the apartment 24 hours a day. Not going out. Not having friends. Yeah. Yeah. Totally admitted it. But when I say I felt like a loser, think about it a little bit, okay? This is another coming clean. When I say I felt like a loser, did I feel like a loser for making content? Because I was getting any views? No, we did a full 5 years of not getting a single views. It was nothing new. What I truly felt like a loser about? Rejection. Yeah. Constantly rejected. After rejection. After rejection. Then some more rejection. Lucky me. Yeah. Constant. What I started doing is start drinking more. It's no longer enough to be tipsy. I have to be drunk. Started my day with a twisted tea. Started my day with a twisted tea. With twisted tea. Finished my day with a twisted tea. Want to know the secret? I would show you guys on camera that I bought 2 boxes. Didn't buy 2 boxes. bought more. You guys know that when I go out shopping, I show you what I buy. Yeah. Well, there was some shopping trip for only alcohol that I didn't show. I was embarrassed. So I went through that. Who knew? Who knew the struggle? Who knew how much pain I was feeling? Who knew about depressed states? Who knew that I was drinking because I was depressed? If the whole Davy thing didn't happen, I would have never made a coming clean videos. I would have never mentioned that I was drunk most of the days. Nobody knew. Nobody knew. There's a lot of shit, a lot of suffering I don't talk about. Why? Because I never got to talk about it. As a kid, teenager, as a young adult. Yeah. That's why I got mad yesterday. Not because I got texted what to say. Not because I can't be trusted to fill up an application, to call somebody and say, hey, your job's still available. Can't do that, it's too complex for staff. If you don't fucking know me. Because nobody fucking knows me. And I'm not blaming anybody, it's my fault. I should be more outgoing in life. I told you guys this story yesterday, right? I told you guys a conquest story, and this is crazy because this is how life works. You come up with something, tell a story, and for some reason, that story, which is completely irrelevant, completely is out of order, completely doesn't have anything to do with what you're ever talking about. Me talking about my conquest, talking about my dating history, did have nothing to do, right? It did. What did I say? At a young age, discovered porn. They need to go out there to get rejected. I got porn. Yeah. All day. It's Carly. Ooh. Spreading you on me toast. If we was British, you'd be swimming in a bed of bean. Pumpkin. Dream. The dream. So yeah. So I'm telling you all this. There's no important, right? Sometimes I get pissed. Sometimes I act in ways that are not okay. The way that my mom yesterday, that was not okay. Do I regret? Absolutely. Should I have done that? Never, ever, ever. Was there a good reason? Now you get to decide yes or no. And that's my perception, that's my version, right? If I was to ask them, they possibly say something along the lines of, well, we tried to talk to you, but you weren't easy to talk to. Not easy to understand, you're not easy to deal with, you know? And that's supposed to be fine, that's supposed to be true. I don't know. You know what to say. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know. When I received the mom from my text from I received the text from my mom yesterday. I received my mom from the text yesterday. I received the text from my mom yesterday. I did something that I shouldn't have done, of course. Text my dad, send him a screenshot and say, hey, it's up to the point where I'm getting told what to do, because he knows my mom is very hands-on with the, because again, I got nobody to complain to. Send me a screenshot of the text. You know what was his answer? At this point, I'm fucking insane. I'm going crazy. I'm pissed off. His answer is an emoji. You know what the emoji is? Yeah. Sorry. Just fell. Seemed like I pushed it. No, it just fell. I put this and it fell. Oh shit. Frenchie again. Alright, Frenchie. You're very, very, very naughty today, Frenchie. You're very naughty. Ashley, baby, you make me feel so alive. I got purpose once again. Now, I don't think it uploaded. So what I'm gonna do, something super simple. Super uber fancy, special. Super uber. I'm gonna take a phone. Doesn't really matter which one, to be honest. Ashley, baby. By the way, this closed for some reason. This closed how long ago? I'm telling you right away when I close it. How long ago? 14 minutes ago. It's not bad. We've been filming for 22 minutes, so yeah. I came back. Yeah, it's not a big deal. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go with this, right? I'm gonna go on another phone, and I'm gonna go with Frenchie. Frenchie, baby, you make me feel so alive. And it's 10:45:07, which is there. Why do we have to check? Because one of the phone was telling me like, hey, you didn't finish uploading it, but we did. Almost got tricked. Good idea, Ink. Good idea, bro. Good idea. There you go. Ooh, okay. Now I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna change account. Anchor. And yes, of course. Yes, of course. And I'm gonna go with project.vendetta.gaming. Tishley, baby, you make me feel so alive. The reason why we're doing that is because I want to check if it's uploaded. So, yeah, you good? Perfect. So it is working. It is working. So I'm gonna delete. And this is a 10-hour video. So anyway, I'm pretty much done for today for the intro. Got to complain a little bit. A little bit. And I'm going with my father tomorrow morning for brekkie. For breakfast. This is what I love, Carly. I told her, what's up, Buttercup? And I asked her if she was a garlic butter, she was Parmesan butter, old soy milk butter. She's like Parmesan butter all day. So what I'm looking for, somebody that's as funny or as specific as me. You know what? We deserve a treat for being such a good boy. Did I just call myself A good boy? Yes. Because nobody else is gonna. That is freaking pathetic, bro. Come on. Come get out of here. Come on. Good. Just need to do something. This is trick enough. Done. That's quick. New record, I guess. Nah, we've been quicker. I started young. I've been quicker. Hey, the only shame there is you. Speaking of cum, let's have some let's have some Oreo. Double cream, double stuff. Oh my god. I love this. That's lovely. Look, double stuff with one F. Maybe it's, maybe that's how you write it. Could we use Gemini? No, because of the environmental impact of AI. Socially acceptable. So speaking of white stuff, we go with double Oreos. Oh man. So now what we have to do is we have to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 6, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6, which means that there's 18 per thing, maybe 9. So double stuff, right? It's kind of the crazy thing made in Canada. You know what I love here? I'm gonna let you in another secret. You like secret? And again, allegedly, okay? You know what they wrote here? You know what they wrote here? Made in, baked in Canada. Well, turns out I was working for a little company called IGA, right? And allegedly, we were getting some pre-prepared stuff, and when we were putting it on the shelves, we were cooking it in a house, right? We were saying baked in place, but the actual product became frozen. Why say baked in? Why not say made in? Just asking you the question for the people. The craziest thing with double stuff is that there's 2 elements to an Oreo. I think in cookies. Double stuff is the proof that the icing is more popular. Because I have yet to see by a pretty little eye spy some thick cookie Oreo. I guess you basically have like the smaller one. That's whatever. That is about. Don't get me wrong, the most stuff is great, but there's such a thing as too much icing. When I was younger, I'm telling you, I couldn't have sugar, so there was icing for cake in my room. Why? Because in my room you had the pantry. Yeah. Ink doesn't need a. That's like, why would he use a closet? Let's not put our son in the closet. A little bit of a gay joke, you know. Let's not put our son in the closet. Let's put food there. There's a pantry, and let's put icing because, again, this sweet summer child, both my father and his girlfriend, sweet summer child, did not think that I would eat the icing. Well, little Ink did what? Spoon and hand. And there was a time where I was eating the icing out of the tub of icing. Bitty Crocker, what's up? And there was a time where I was like, dude, that's a lot of icing. For a guy that was sugar deprived, that was sugarless. You know, whole less? Maidenless. Let's talk about Elden Ring. I had a direct use to not any sugar. Beautiful voice. Beautiful voice. I wish I could feed you, and I wish I could officially present you to my public because you got the stuff, girl. You got the stuff, girl. I want to put you between two. I want to put you between two chocolate cookies because you got the double stuff. A little bit of Oreo jokes. Thank God it was not Oreo. A little bit of a, you know, yeah, maybe going too far. Good, but I do like my regular. Mmm. 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 And I still have some agua left. No agua left. Oh, it's good. Oh, whoa. So, let's finish the intro, because we're finishing the intro that we started, what, an hour and a half ago? Phone is just too hot. Tell me why you overeat. Tell me, is it tasty? Tell me what I see, 'cause I bought it on eBay. Tell me, tell me, am I a scalper? 'Cause I buy Pokemon cards at Walmart. The whole row will do the trick. Tell me why I took it from the hands of kids. Tell me why I drive the price a whole bit. Oh, tell me why I never open up the box. 'Cause I am a scalper. Tell me, is it a hobby to make people unhappy, to drive the prices up? Now that's what I call straight up. And then they complain, but I was here first, and because it is the case, first come and first serve. Tell me why I took it from some children, and tell me why I ruined everybody's plan. Oh, tell me why I ruined a whole damn hobbies. 'Cause I'm a scalper. Pokemon is my favorite. Magic will do the trick. Yu-Gi-Oh! Ain't no way. There's too many reprints anyway. But tell me, why is the price Pokemon sky high? I am unaware, inflation beware. Tell me why something copyrighted. Sorry, guys. Got into the spirits of being a scalper for a second. Yeah. In a previous life, I was a scalper. Back before Pokemon existed, I was possibly scalping some spices. Oh, you want some salt? Yeah, buddy. Come here. Come. I got you. Ooh, paprika. Get over here. Yeah, olive oil. Turns out I have a whole freaking keg. Yeah, those were the days. This grabbing guards with one gold piece. That was the days. I was making 10 a day, so hey, no more, you know. See, so we finished the intro. See, last night, right? I go in and I'm like, dude, I'm starting to fall asleep. Now this was about 3 days of sleeping 5 hours. I'm like, you know what? You deserve the sleep, my guy. You deserve the sleep, my guy. And then And then I was like, you know what? I woke up at 6 because I was like, okay, well, let's go outside. I saw the sunrise. I was like, ain't nothing there. I saw some nicer one. I was like, no way. I'm not gonna wake up for this. I'm back to sleep. Woke up at 11 or 10:50. 10:50. My apologies. And I was like, you know what? I went to look. Like my freaking video didn't upload. So what I did was I woke up, got up, put a little brush and put some makeup. I don't think you trust in my self-righteous suicide. My apologies. I cry when angel deserves to die. Fall into your hands, I commit my spirit. I forgot the Father, 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 Father. Fall into your hands, I commit my spirit. Fall into your hand. Why have you forsaken me? Forsaken me. Forsaken me. Forsaken me. Trust in my self-righteous suicide. I cried when angels deserve to die. In my self-righteous suicide, I cry when angels deserve to die. Which is a great song, but I prefer Sugar. And unify your mind. They tell you what they want you to know, and you consider the truth. Nobody is opening their eyes. The problem of the economy. The funniest thing that I ever did as a content creator was the funniest thing that I ever did as a content creator was I was watching a movie called Anchorman with Will Ferrell. You might have heard of it. Great movie. The first one is better than the second one, but hey. Story wise, the first one is better, but funny wise, the second is better. Do I want a good story or do I want to laugh? Do a good story, make me laugh. I was doing back then, I wanted to try making videos in my bathroom. Like in 2006 chicks from MySpace. I also had my tits out, but hey, guess nobody noticed. Yeah. And then you're asking me why I don't do an effort. I wonder why. Well, this is cracked. It wasn't cracked before. Ooh, new crack in the brick. Another brick in the wall. Teacher, leave those kids alone. Just another brick in the wall. What was I saying? Something great, probably. Yeah. Showing my tits on camera. Yeah. That was great too. No, like I was saying, so I was watching Anchorman, and for some reason I started talking about media, and started to talk about Sugar, the ADG king, And you know what? Might have not been the most easy segue ever, but I still remember this video fondly. What did I say in that video? I don't know. I guess you'll have to watch it. I don't know. What would it be? I don't even know. Yeah. It's one of those 14 videos that I did on in my mirror. Something like that. Something like that, right? So now we're doing better. So we got like 10:50, 11 o'clock. And I'm like, oh, no Wi-Fi's not working, bro. My video didn't upload. Well, got a reason to sleep again. So I go up, I drink myself some water, watch some corn. No, I think I watched corn, then made some. Did I do corn first or water first? I think it was water first. Could be one of those. And I took a ice pack, which is not icy, it's fridge pack. Hello, revolutionary. When you want your food not to be too cold but not too warm, fridge pack. Trademark. Nah. I'm two centuries. I'm gonna go 2 decades. Think again. I'm 2 centuries too late. Oh well. Glory to the first come first serve, I guess. And put it on my tower. Oh, which one? One of the 10. 1 out of 10. Small flex. Small flex. 1 out of 10. Witch Tower, 1 out of 10. Small flex. Yeah. I'm in a good mood. Why? Because I talk to you guys about my feelings. Maybe. Because I had some Oreos and some sugar. Yeah. Fall into your hands.
I know you also have
I know you. I love the British accent.
a show on OFTV in regards to being vegan. What was that like creating that? So I create vegan content for my OFTV.
OFTV. Let's call it what it is. Oh. Muff. Concentration going out. Savor the muff. I was gonna say something crazy. Savor the muff. Fun fact. Not the first time. Hopefully not the last. Muff. You got me, boo-boo? Muff. You got me, boo-boo? Good. I got you too, boo-boo. I don't. To all my muff out there. We made a king and queens. Let's be inclusive over here. We don't want any bees or moth. My bees, I don't know. Moth to be not included. I don't think you trust in my belief of the moth race. I cry when Moth Queen deserves to die. Moth, you protect me. I am so thankful. Moth, you protect me. Why can't I repay favor? Yeah, a moth religion I create. Oh, false God, I procreate and I burn, not trying to be offensive at all. It's a joke. So why don't you eat artichoke? They're healthy and good with some bacon, and then we can sing the praise of a muff. You're welcome. I call this the muff cult. I was watching King Cobra created a serpent cult. It's pretty cool. Let's go with muff. Yeah, let's go with muff. If I was to create a muff cult, it would be very similar to the movie The Fly. Oh, you never seen The Fly? Then you think I'm crazy, bro? At least I saw the muff. I saw the fly. So yeah, I wake up and I'm like, dude, my movie didn't up my videos, which are movie quality. Hello, did not upload. So I guess the only thing that I have left is to go back to sleep. I put a little bit of a fridge pack on it, make it nice and cool, not frozen. And it didn't work. So I woke up and like, it didn't work. So what I did is I went to the I don't know why I'm pointing here, because it's actually here. But I went to the bottom, double pressed, reset, refresh, and then it worked. And I was like, that was good. That would have been good 11 hours ago. So I not only wasted the whole day, but I wasted a whole day of sleeping with upload. So shame on me, right? But it allowed me to be watching some movies. We didn't watch one movie. We didn't watch 2 movies. We watched 3 movies. What were they? Oh, my friend. It was what? It was... I forgot one of them. It was Survival of the Dead. It was... The Shining. And the last one was... Oh yeah, I'm not checking the application. No. Don't worry about it. What am I doing? Nothing. I'm watching porn. And then I want to go on Tube. Tube, I go on Twitch. They both started pink, they both purple. Brain doesn't know to rekindle. So then I'm like, okay, well, what should I do? And I couldn't find the answer. for you. However, here it is, Munter. I chose for the tune movie, not wearing clothes. On that note, I'll let you go and say ho ho ho. So yes, that was my day. And I decided to make content. It was a great day. Wasn't as fulfilling as possible. We were well rested. Only problem is I have to go to my father's house tomorrow at 8. And I woke up today at 1. I don't know if you're good at math, but that is sort of more than 12 hours. More than 16 hours. So I'm gonna be tired yet tomorrow. Try to sleep a little bit in between. If I can. If I cannot, well, I'm out of luck. Cry, when angel desert you. Don't blink, Ishuba. Somebody's singing, and they're singing payphone. All my fairy tales are foolish shit, 'cause I'm at the payphone. That's a great song. Please sing. Young Khalifa. What was it? No, not with Khalifa. Yeah. And Maroon 5. Dominic is your brain. Consultation. We're doing well. Having a fantastic day. 278. Oh, Project Vendetta. I got bitten by a mosquito, of course. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Welcome to a short. It's not gonna be a short, of course, but all my change I spent on you, 'cause fairy tales are made of foolish shit. I'll be holding on to you like this. Come on. I never can hear it, but I could. That was beautiful. Bravo. What a champion. So today, we're only doing one anime review, and it's season 1 of Tower of God. So, without further ado, let's start. I was trying to do it short, but I guess that was not in the plan. So yesterday, we were looking for anime to watch, right? And I was actually really looking forward to it. However, because so what's going on is that we're doing a new playthrough of the tower, which means that I have to spend like the whole day doing nothing but watching TV. Oh, woe is me. But yesterday I watched a perfect anime, which was 8 hours, which was something called Tuben Enki. So yeah, last night I tried to find it, something like that, 8 hours. Couldn't find it. We started watching some anime. I ended up watching Tower of God, which is not my first choice. The reason why Tower of God was not my first choice was Tower of God was actually something that I watched a lot. It was weird for me at first because this was my first manhwa adaptation. So the art style is very different. The storytelling ways are very different, and I wasn't really looking forward to it because I was like, back then I was a manga fan, right? But I watched it, and I gotta say, it's fantastic. First of all, the story building. So the problem with the Tower of God is they establish like a whole lore. There's a whole universe, and yes, a lot of it is explained, but a lot of it is unexplained. So, for example, yesterday we have the wave, and the wave comes in and like, okay, well, where's that power coming from, right? And they explain it to you much later, right? And then you have like, what is another good example? So for example, we have the Black March, which is supposed to be this crazy weapon, and then there's another girl with the same weapon. So then you learn the 12th princess of Jahad. So the way it's explained is confusing, but if you allow the show to just explain it to you, take the time to explain it once, amazing. It's very complex. For example, there's a villain in there, which is member of the Resistance. They don't really explain what the Resistance is. So they have this whole universe, and I don't think the show does a great job at really exploring the universe, right? However, the battles are are fantastic. The different family, for example, the best friend of our main character, which is Bond, is Khan, and people are literally telling Bond like, "You stay away from that guy. That guy is bad news." But then you realize he's part of a family, and then at the end of this, if we only watch the first season, the first 13 episodes, at the end we meet another character, which is his brother, the lookalike. He's like, "Hey, I'm also like an outcast of this family." So then you realize that yes, this family has a poor reputation, but since the guy Khan is being an outcast, maybe he's a good dude. Maybe he is a good dude. You know, the show itself, the way you threw yourself in, to me, the best thing that ever happened in the show was the very first test. They end up in a field of wheat, and you gotta fight. So you end up meeting Khan, you end up meeting this fear guy. So to me, this was very very good. The fact that there's so many twists, and they're clever twists. So you know that Khan is my favorite character, by the way, and Khan has a bag where he can put everything in and he can duplicate it. So and this is what I mean by not explain, but really well put up. Um, he puts people in his bag, and he's like, "Yeah, guess what? I'm gonna take you with me, and I'll make sure that you can climb the tower, but you need to be in my bag. And when I need you, I'm gonna summon you." So then there's this field of Reitsu, right? And the field of Reitsu, checking the nature corner, good. The field of Reitsu says what? The field of Reitsu will be like, "Hey, we're allowing certain people with power to pass, right?" And what is good about that is like the bag gets stuck and you don't know why. So then there's another battle where you need there's this guy with a crown, so it's complex. It's kind of like a defend the hill kind of thing, king of the hill. So you're on that hill and you have to defend it, right? And they all go against Khan, and then there's another team that appears, and you realize that the team was in the bag, so that's why the bag wasn't able. What is that? Oh, a freaking it's not like it look like a firefighter. So yeah, so the fighting is amazing. My only problem with Tower of God, and this is what I've been trying to say since the beginning, is that it's very developed, right? So for example, you take a show. I'll take okay, I'll take Bleach. So Bleach does this really, really good thing. So they take a character, which is Ishigo Kurosaki, and they put him in a normal town. He has normal friend. He's going to school, right? And like, okay, well, hey, there's Shigami, there's Soul. But you establish that Ishigo is able to see spirits from the beginning. That he's able to see Shigami, it makes sense, right? And slowly you explain what is a Soul Reaper. Then you had a Quincy. We're in a battle, but you don't make it too complex. You explain the battle pretty well, you explain the conflict pretty well, difference of opinion pretty well, and then after all of that, when we establish what are the Quincy, when we establish who is this team, which is Horohime and Chad. Horohime has this episode where she becomes powerful. Chad has this episode where he becomes powerful. Yeah, Ishigo gets the first training as a Shinigami. Then he gets his power destroyed, and then he gets rebirthed. Well, his power gets reconnected, so it's a true shame. It's complex. That doesn't need to explain, but just trying to explain it. He loses power, he gets trained to get his power back, right? And then he becomes like a hollow, which is complex. So when you do all of that, which is the two arcs, you're able to go to Soul Society, right? In Soul Society, Ichigo is facing Shinigamis. You already know who they are. They're strictly captain. You know what's a captain. You learn what are the squads, right? And then you get it. You learn what's a Bankai. A Bankai is another power up. Freaking mosquito. But has another power up, right? But all in behold, you have the explanation of why we're here, who we are, what are our power, and we get power ups. Okay, so I have to go back in because the battery's almost dead. Shit. So for tower, what's gonna happen? Ayun, ako guys. Oh, that's part of the nest. With the amount of payphone. Not from that shit. Spitting on you. Oh, like this. All my fairy tales are full of shit. Fuck, you don't allow me to charge. Kind of son of a bitch. Spitting on you. Why don't you allow me to charge? And we're back. Sorry about that. So yeah, so like I was saying with Ishigo, with Bleach, everything is explained, right? I'm gonna give you another example. I had time to think. Another, in my opinion, better example is Tugen Anki, which is what we watched 2 days ago. Tugen Anki, which in all sorts of manner is less good than Tower of God. I think Tugen Enki was okay, but I think Tower of God was a lot better, right? Tugen Enki explained to me who were the good guy and who were the bad guy, right? The bad guy is our crew, is our main character. There's Oni that go berserk, and we have to stop them. The good guys are the Momotaro, and the Momotaro job. They're kind of the police, and like, well, if there's an Oni that go berserk, we're gonna stop him, right? So you know the motivation. Motivation is not every single Oni